Hope you guys are having a great day so far. Thought I would jump in and talk a little bit about what's happening today in the crypto market, what's to come, and some things that I know you guys have been asking me a lot of questions about. Now, I need you guys to do something for me, right? I need you guys to subscribe if you haven't subscribed already. And I need you to share this live with your friends and also like the content, right? I need you guys to do that so we can, make sure this is a very, very productive live tonight. So I encourage questions. I encourage you guys to use that super chat down at the bottom to ask any questions. Those will be prioritized. The people who use super chat will be prioritized. That means, and like I said, is that we're going to talk a lot about what's happening with XRP, what could potentially come, and also uh, what's happening with Bitcoin and what could happen, in the overall crypto market, NFTs, and so on. So I want to talk a little bit about the history of XRP first, because a lot of people came into the crypto market in the last a year and a half, maybe 2 years, right? So a lot of people don't understand the background of crypto. Now, some of you guys don't know who I am. You may just stumble upon this video. Now, I've been in crypto for 10 years. You can search for me online. You can do a Google search, and you'll know that I was the first company in Florida to accept Bitcoin as payment. I was the first, one of the first people in the United States to do ICO. I was one of the first people to create a crypto back in 16 based on the Ethereum network. So I was also one of the first people to sell a crypto company for multiple millions of dollars. So I do have the background, and I'm going to try to use that background, use that experience to try to make sure you guys get that information in your heads also. So let's do a little history of XRP. Then we're going to talk about where it could potentially go. Then we're going to talk about where it could, what's going to happen after this lawsuit is over. And I'm going to tell you the whole history, right? So cryptocurrency, for those you don't know, Bitcoin was started decentralized, right? It was a Satoshi Nakamoto. Some people get scared when you say this, but Satoshi Nakamoto, he was the first person ever to create a cryptocurrency in the way that we know it now, right? There was other digital currencies out there, but there was no cryptocurrency. Cryptocurrency is encrypted currency. I don't want to go any deeper than that. I don't want to lose people, but it's encrypted currency, right? So that was the first person to do that, right? So for a few years, Bitcoin, and there was a lot of Bitcoin duplicates, Litecoin, all these other coins, but Dogecoin was an early coin. They were copies of Bitcoin, basically, right? So XRP, Ripple, they saw a gap in the market, right? They saw this is the first. XRP was a company, right? This is the difference between XRP and any other crypto that came before it. Now, I really don't like the nature of XRP because I don't feel like it's really decentralized. I feel like it goes against the spirit of cryptocurrency. But on the other hand, I can see an investment potential, right? So when XRP came out, they were the first ones to create a company structure under a cryptocurrency, right? Because before, Ripple, the company that creates XRP is a company, right? So it's not like XRP is not a company, but their parent is a company. Ripple is the company. XRP is the asset. So let me get that straight because people do take that seriously. So Ripple is the company, XRP is the asset. Okay, we got that clear. I may have said it wrong. So Ripple is a company, they created XRP. So Ripple, what happened is that people were afraid of cryptocurrency, especially in the corporate world, right? Because it was nobody behind it. Like it's hard for a corporation, especially in the early days of crypto, to accept a cryptocurrency who I'm telling you that we don't even know who the owner is. We don't know we don't know who created it. Not the owner because nobody owns it, but we don't know who created it. So in that situation, a lot of corporations were afraid. So XRP filled that gap. They said, look, we're a corporate structure. We created XRP as an asset, but we're a corporate structure. I know everybody keeps correcting me. I keep mixing it up. Ripple is the company, XRP is the asset. I'm sorry. So, like I said, is that they figured out a way that we can have a corporate structure behind it. We can have a CEO, we can have a C-level people, we can have a whole corporate structure and a cryptocurrency, which is the asset that's related to it, right? So it gives people more confidence, especially corporations, in dealing with it, right? So they made a lot of inroads, and XRP went from like a few cents to $5 in 2017, 18, right? So I want to show you that chart before we move on with the story, right? Because I want you guys to know where XRP should probably be right now. That's really what we're talking about right now, is where XRP should probably be at, and how it's one of the greatest investment opportunities in crypto I've seen in a long time. So let's show some charts here. I'm not gonna get into the trading view charts or nothing like that. I'm just gonna do some simple charts here. So we're gonna bring up XRP. We're gonna go back to 2017 when it reaches peak. 18, I think January of 18 it reaches peak. So let's share the screen here. Share screen. We're gonna share the application. We're gonna share this. And we're going to get this out of there, right? So we're taking a look here at XRP. Let's make it a little bigger because some people may not understand it. So if we take a look at XRP, right, we're looking at the history, right? It was created. Let me see. Let's do it all. We're going to do everything, right? So we can see the whole history of XRP and see the price movements it made. So see this big spike here? When it got up to, actually, it's going to say $3, but it actually got up to $5. It's just that is not reflected in the chart. So in 2017, it got up to $5 per token, right? That's the highest it ever got. 2018, it got down, and then we're back to where we are. So in 17, right? If we look at Bitcoin, it's set in this time of the year, 1/6/2018. That was January of 2018. So let's look at what Bitcoin was January 6th of 2008. And we know that a lot of times cryptocurrencies are related. So one goes up, they all go up, like we can see in this chart. As Bitcoin rises, all the coins rise, right? That's normally how it is, right? Some coins will diverge from it. Some coins won't. But a lot of times when Bitcoin goes up, it's a ship that raises all, a rising tide raises all ships. So Bitcoin drags up other cryptocurrencies. So we take a look at the Bitcoin chart. Remember, January 6th of 2018, we take a look at that. We'll see what Bitcoin was at the time, roughly $15,000, $16,000. So that gives us $5 for every 16,000 Bitcoin went up, right? So let's take a look at this. We're going to do an all. I appreciate you guys. Make sure you subscribe if you haven't subscribed to this channel. Make sure you like this content, right? I need you guys to like the content, right? I need you guys to do that. So like the content and make sure you subscribe to the channel. If I haven't seen your super chats, I will get to them soon. So look at Bitcoin, January 6th of 2018, right? So this price is wrong. We got to go even deeper. Oh, here we go. So January 6th of 2018, we see the price of Bitcoin was roughly $16,000, $17,000. So Bitcoin price is $16,000, $17,000 and Ripple was $5, right? So if you just take the numbers, Bitcoin is what, 2.5 times bigger than that. So the real value of XRP right now, if it just went up with Bitcoin, that like every other crypto does, like Ethereum, every other crypto, if it just went up to where it's supposed to be because where Bitcoin's at today, the true value of XRP is roughly $12, $13 right now. Maybe even 14, 15. No, if we take into account for some of the advances XRP has made in the fuse, we're talking about $15 to $20, right? So the reason why it's not that high is this lawsuit. That's it. It's the lawsuit. And for those of you who don't know what I'm talking about, there was a lawsuit. Okay, so let's go back to what XRP was. Now, it was the first company, one of the first, to have a corporate structure behind the asset, which is XRP, right? So the SEC, which is the Security and Exchange Commission, who handle all investments, they look for fraud, look for security violations, look for stock violations, investment violations, and things like that. So they had to make an example out of a crypto. Now remember, the SEC is used to fighting corporations. The SEC, they've been doing for 100 years, they've been fighting corporations. They go for a corporate structure. They have the standards and rules in place to go after it. So from the SEC standpoint, looking at Bitcoin, who do we go after? Don't know. Ethereum. We look at Ethereum. Who do we go after? Some guy in Russia? I don't know. We can't go after him. Let's go down the list. We go down. What's third on the list at the time? XRP. Now, XRP is mostly based in the US, I believe. I may be wrong about that, but I believe. And we have a corporate structure we can go after. There's a CEO, there's a CFO, that's exactly what we need to. So the SEC, because that's how they know how to attack people, they only know one way, they went after XRP. right? So I believe it's an unfair investigation, unfair lawsuit. And it take, SEC is going to take a long time. But once this lawsuit is over, almost regardless, right? If Ripple and XRP as the asset is able, and they allow them to continue business, you're going to see that price right now, we're at 60 something cents. It's going to be a rapid rise in the price of XRP faster than you've ever seen. I'm talking about within weeks, it'll be back to the real value, right? As soon as it happens. Now, people are saying, I'm going to sit back and wait till that happens. But once it happens, it's going to happen so fast that you're not going to be able to get into it. So, and people repeat another question I have, how XRP, man, how, it's difficult to buy. I can't do this. It's hard to buy. Well, the best investments make the most money when it's the hardest to buy. So this is when you want to get into it. Once it's easy, all the gains are gone. You want to get into it now, right? For the new people joining, subscribe to the channel. I need you guys to like this video. Let's take a look and see how many likes we got on this video, because I don't think you're all liking the videos like you're supposed to. Let's take a look. We got a super chat. How much XRP for life-changing wealth? Now, my argument here, now remember, my argument may not be true. I'm not always right. Now, I know I'm right a lot of times. I'm not going to say, but I may not be right this time. But let's say if my argument's right, we're talking about a 60 cent XRP right now, 70 cents roughly. So if we take a look at that 70 cents, it can go up to $15, $20. We're talking about a 25, 26 times return. So if I put 5,000 in, I'll make 100,000 roughly. So now it's up to you. I don't know if 100,000 is life-changing to you. I don't know. So you have to think about you. This is not guaranteed. This is not guaranteed. It may not happen. This is an argument that I'm making. This is an opinion that I have. And I'm just sharing it with you guys. Now, I encourage you guys to do your own due diligence on what I'm saying. You don't know me. You don't know who I am. I could be crazy, right? We got another question. Somebody says, how much XRP to get 1 million? Once again, if we're counting, but going by what I'm saying, that XRP is devalued or undervalued by roughly a factor of 25 to 1, then that means that you would need, to get to 1 million, you would need probably $50,000, 50,000 in there. So it's still, I can get 1 million with $5. You still need $40,000, $50,000 in there. Get 20, now you need about 35,000, and it would go up 25 times. And you'd be roughly at 1 million. So that's what you would need. Still not, you're not going to put $10 in and get to 1 million. That's not going to happen with almost any crypto. Those days are gone. That's hardly ever going to happen again. And it will happen, but it'll be so rare that it'll be difficult, right? So do we have any other super chats? I don't think so. So let's move on. We do. I'm just going to put her name up here because she did get one. So I appreciate you, Tisha Turknett, for that super chat. Thank you. Like I said, Amy Tilton, I appreciate you also for that super chat. Like I said, I need you guys to like this content right now. Let me see how many likes I got, because I want to make sure you guys I hope you're liking the content. Let's see. We got 417 likes, but for some reason we got 1,000 people in here. So there should be more likes. I need you guys to like this content right now. And if you haven't subscribed, please subscribe. So I got 417 likes, but 1,043 people in here. There's something wrong with that idea. There's something wrong with that picture. I need y'all to like this content, right? So if XR loses the lawsuit, which is probably, if you look at most analysts, if you listen to most of the pundit, the people who talk about XRP and who people in the know, they said it's dang near impossible for XRP to lose the lawsuit. Now they could get fined. They may get fined. They may have to change their practices, but they're not going to lose the lawsuit. That's a very small chance of that happening. But people are afraid. So when people are afraid like this, they sell assets and won't buy them. That's the thing. That's why I teach you guys in my classes, in the CNC, which is a Discord that I run. You can get it. Click the link in the bio. You can sign up for it. I teach you guys to make sure that let me see. Make sure you have a fluid mind, right? So we got a question here. So he says, reason I asked is that once XRP, the only crypto, would clarify after the lawsuit, I think it would swallow most of the 2,000 2 trillion crypto total market cap. Yeah, so remember, XRP at one point flipped Ethereum. At one point, it was only like a couple of days or maybe only one day. The XRP was the #1 crypto. During that time when it went to $5, it was the #2 crypto in the world. Now XRP by right should be by maybe 3 or 4 on the list. They should be. But when the lawsuit came out, they were 3 on the list before the lawsuit. The lawsuit terrifies people. They start selling, they start dumping. Other people, even people that come into the market, it's difficult for them to get it. So it's being artificially held down. And I'm going to tell you guys this, is that there's some investors, some really good investors out there, professional investors, that look for opportunities like this, regulation issues, some kind of issue that's holding back stocks, holding back assets, holding back crypto. And they look for opportunities like that because if you know that the restriction or whatever is happening is going to be lifted in the future, then that's a great opportunity to buy an asset or investment early and wait for that thing on the horizon to come and lift the restriction or whatever's happening, regulation to be lifted, and then you make money once that happens. So there's a school of thought in investing that actually look for these types of opportunities and buy these assets when they're down low like this because of some artificial restriction, and people buy it up and wait for that restriction to be lifted. It happens a lot with like medical companies. When medical companies have an FDA approval, a pending FDA approval coming, a lot of people will go in and buy it, right? They'll buy that company and wait for the approval because it's almost it's coming, right? It's just a matter of time. It's coming. So when it comes, they make a lot of money and they sell right after the news breaks, and everybody else starts buying. So that's what like I said, in the CNC, we teach people to think differently. Right? We have to be ahead of the crowd. We can't be with the crowd. You can't make no money with the crowd. You got to be ahead of the crowd. Once the crowd gets into it, it's too late most times. So XRP is a great, great opportunity right now to be ahead of the crowd. Because once the crowd gets on it, all these influencers start talking about it, it's too late then. That's when it's going to be, because a lot of times all the influencers, they don't know what they're talking about. I'm sorry. I don't consider myself an influencer, but I guess by definition, I may be one. But then most of them don't know. They're very, very surface level. They're just talking about whatever the trends are or whatever. They don't know this stuff. So you got to, but you have to make sure you have to trust yourself. You have to learn how to think yourself. You have to figure this out yourself. Now, for the new people joining, I need you guys to subscribe to this channel right now. We also have the mentorship available. So if you guys, like I said, if you're interested in the mentorship, text the word mentor to 888-709-2614. We also got an NFT and crypto class out there. So let me get that for you. So if you're interested in the NFT class, you see NFT. Let me get this up there. So you see on your screen, if you text the word NFT to the number 888-709-2614, you'll get a link back, and that is the NFT, Metaverse, and Crypto class. So you'll get a link to that entire course. It's roughly about 5-6 courses, 5-6 classes, and you'll get a link to that. Make sure I get it in there. All right, so back to what we're saying. Somebody says, what exchanges are available? Let's go back to that chat. Somebody just did a super chat. So they said, what resources are available to buy XRP? So I believe, now I bought my XRP a while back, so I didn't, but I believe it's available on eToro. Now, somebody correct me if I'm wrong. I believe it's on eToro. Let's take a look at this and bring this super chat up. Like I said, if you haven't subscribed, please subscribe. Like I said, XRP is right now is at a great, great point in history. It's a great point in history, and all we got to do is take advantage of it. It's not hard. We can take advantage of it. It's very, very easy to see this, right? If you open your eyes, you pay attention, and you do your own due diligence. It's not hard, right? It's actually a very, very good opportunity. Now, all you got to do is just see what's happening. It's pretty easy. Is that they shouldn't, I want you to look up the lawsuit. This lawsuit shouldn't even be happening, right? Just to be honest, this lawsuit shouldn't be happening. Let me get rid of this. My computer's a little slow right now. I got all these graphic programs open. I think so. Let me see. Give me a second. Yeah, New York is rough, man. So New York is very difficult. That's another thing I don't like about New York either, is that New York is New York. The only reason why it's difficult to buy cryptocurrencies in New York is one reason. It's because that's where Wall Street is. That's it. That's the only reason why it's difficult to buy cryptos in New York, is because that's where Wall Street is, and it's a threat to Wall Street. So the people, the lobbyists for Wall Street just told the government of New York, just block crypto as long as you can. So that's exactly what happened. There's no reason why New York, out of all places, should be so difficult for you to buy certain cryptocurrencies. The reason is because of the Wall Street. That's it. Now, it's hard for a lot of people to understand that there's a movement against the poor, against the middle class, against the low rich, the elite and the super rich constantly fight against everybody else. That 1% of society fights against the 99, and they find ways to restrict them, find ways to stop them from bringing wealth, and find ways to block their path from reaching true financial independence, because the elite needs you to do the work, right? They need you to do the work. So because of that, they have to keep certain people down. And it's sad that it's like that. And also the rich don't want competition, right? The more people in on an investment, the more people in on an investment, the harder it is to make money in it. So if you limit the amount of people that can get to certain investments, you can make all the money yourself, right? That's what the accredited investor law is for. That's what a lot of these other laws are there for. So we got a super chat question. So he says, is USDC a good place to hold your money? And you look at the Switch Reward Card. Yeah, the Switch Reward Card, a few people have told me about that. It's another representation of a reward card, right? So that means that you can deposit Bitcoin. Now, I'm making sure I understand it, right? You can deposit Bitcoin, and you can use your card. You can use your card to spend not only USD fiat currency, but you can also use it to spend Bitcoin, and sometimes you get rewards. So it's been many cards like this tried before. There's a bunch on the market, and I don't see any problems with any of it. Like if you want to spend your Bitcoin, which I don't want to spend Bitcoin, and I'll tell you why. Is because the price is too volatile. Only way I would spend Bitcoin like that, I mean, I probably never would in any case. I'm sorry, I wouldn't want to spend it like that, because I would keep Bitcoin as more as an investment, and I would spend cash. Because, and I'll tell you why. It's pretty simple. Because the cash, you better off spending cash than Bitcoin. It's simple. It's because if I hold Bitcoin for a year, I'm not saying it's guaranteed, but there's a good chance I could have more money, right? I may have, 10,000 Bitcoin now. Maybe in a year, it's either going to hold its value or maybe it's going to go up a little bit, right? Maybe in 5 years, I know it's going to go up because the next halving coming. With the fiat currency, I'm certain it's not going to be worth what it is today. I'm certain. So if I had a choice between spending fiat today or Bitcoin today, I'm going to spend the fiat, right? I'm going to spend the fiat currency. I'm not spending the Bitcoin. I'm going to spend the fiat, right? Because the fiat is losing value every day. You're talking about a 7% rate last year, and it's probably higher. To be honest, I'm telling you right now, the inflation rate is a lot higher than they're telling you. It's not. It's higher. It's higher. It's not 7%. It's probably like 15%. And they're just not going to tell you that. So I need you guys, the newcomers, make sure you subscribe to this channel. Make sure you like the content. Let me see how many likes we got, because you guys be slacking on the likes, man. Let me see. Y'all be slacking on the likes, man. We got another one. So somebody says, super chat. Do you think big wigs are watching your account like yours? and plan to block the masses from financial freedom. No, they don't really have to do that. And I'm gonna tell you why is because they control you people. I mean, they control so many people so much with the media, with the news, with the movies. They don't have to do that, right? Because we're small, I'm small potatoes to them, right? All they got to do is get with the banks, get with the government, and make all these laws and stuff. And it's nothing that the small people like us that are talking about it can really do, except teach people that these things are there and teach people not to be affected by it. Now, my reach is not big enough, or most people. The scary thing about people is most people never even seek this knowledge at all, ever. Most people work, they pay their bills, they get a what they call a good job. They stay in that one job, they get their benefits, and they live their life. You guys that are here are special. You guys that are here are searching for wealth. It's like the Matrix, right? Everybody can't get pulled out. Only a few people get pulled out, right? So the Matrix will continue to live on. The people will still be plugged in. The people will continue to make electricity, if you know the story, for the machines. It's the same thing with this, right? Is that most people will be plugged into the system for the rest of their life. Most people will continue to make money for the man. Most people will continue to live their lives unknowing of any of this even happened. So they got so much control, and they use food. And I'm not going to get into conspiracy theories, but it's true. The Roman Empire did it too. So it's not like I'm sitting on conspiracy theories. This is actually history. The Roman Empire controlled people with games and food. Games and food, right? That's all they had to do. As long as they had the gladiator games going, and as long as they gave people free bread, the Roman government could do whatever they wanted, because people were fed, they were happy, they were watching the games. Most people, that's what professional sports are today. That's what the movie industry is today. That's what all the entertainment with Netflix and stuff is today, is to keep everybody distracted. And the sad thing is most people are distracted. The vast majority of people are distracted. So they're not gonna, you really don't have to worry about it, right? You pull like Morpheus pulling a few people out. The Matrix wasn't even, they even said they let them pull it. If you watch the whole Matrix, you know the story. The machines let Morpheus pull a few out. They just, that's not really that much, I don't believe that anything like that is happening. It's too much control. Most people, as long as they got food and they got entertainment, they won't ever search for anything else. So this is something else I want to talk about. So we got another question. Were you watching the Royal Nas royalty drop? Website shut down. What do you think about the NFT idea? Now, you guys know that my opinion on NFTs is I believe that NFTs, most of the NFTs as we know today with the graphics and stuff like that, most of them go to zero, right? Most will go to zero. See, a lot of people don't know what an NFT is. All they know is that NFTs are pictures or profile pictures. That's not what they are. That's just one application of an NFT. It's not what NFTs are. NFTs are basically, for lack of better words, digital representation of ownership of a digital good. Blockchain representation, which can't be altered, of unique ownership and unique ownership to a digital item. That's what it is, right? So what Nas decided to NFT his entire album, right? And he also did what's called fractionalizing it, right? So what that means is that I can have a picture of an NFT, right? Let's say I have a picture of my face like this, and I sell it to you guys. And I say NFT, and I sell the NFT to, let's say, John, right? So John buys my NFT, he controls the entire one. That means he gets the whole thing, right? So, but with NFTs, you can also do what's called fractionalization. I can take that one item and I could break it up into however many parts I want. And I could sell those individual parts off to people, and everybody will take part in the profits and stuff of that item. So that's what Nas did, right? Is he did fractionalization, where he took these songs from an album, I don't know exactly what it was, and he created an NFT and he fractionalized so people can buy parts of it, maybe 0.01%, everybody can buy it, and then the streaming royalties that come from those songs forever, whoever owns those tokens, they get delivered. I forget which I think it's a Cardano or something. I forgot what crypto it's in, but they get delivered those. Like, let's say if I have a wallet, right, and I own 10% of Nas's album, so that wallet, every so often I'll get crypto in that wallet based on how much royalties you get. So that's supposed to happen forever. So I don't Like I think that's actually a good application of NFT, and I think that's how NFTs are going to be going future, more like a security. It's kind of like a security. So I hope he got his lawyers right, because that sounds like a security to me. So, but hopefully he got the lawyers right and the verbiage right on all this stuff, and he's protected. But like I said, that's a good one. But all those pictures of frogs and cats and stuff, most of them going to zero. And people get mad when I say that. Like I want it to go to zero. I wish they all would go to $1 million. Everybody become rich. But the sad fact is I've seen this before with the ICO bang of 2016 and all this other stuff, right? So we've seen this before. We've seen this before, and every time there's a crypto boom, there's something like this, and 99% go to zero. And if you just step back and just think about it logically, it takes 20 minutes to create an NFT picture. And I can create an NFT, I can mint it and have it ready to go in 20 minutes. And I can make them as much as I want forever. Thousands and thousands and thousands of them. And anybody can do that. Anybody can do that, right? So what's to stop people from continuing to make them, like a lot of these projects are doing, over and over and over again, flooding the market with all these NFTs, and pretty soon the value drops to nothing, and everybody, and maybe a few will keep their value, but not most of them will go to zero. And like I said, a 12-year-old girl puts out some NFTs. This is early on in the cycle, and she makes $4 million. Now think about that. Does that make sense? Sometimes you just got to step back from the hype, step back from all the everybody's talking about it and excitement, and just look at it logically. That doesn't make sense, because anytime there's a boom in something like this, in a technology, there's always a bunch of people trying to get rich off of it. And that's okay, because that's really what pushes the technology to new heights, is all that money flows into the market in investments. And then the people who run the projects, the people who run the cryptos, they're able to build up. The same thing happened to the internet in the late 90s, is that there was a big boom. And there was a big boom in the internet. People were putting their money in any internet stock they could find. Most of those went to zero. A lot of those went to zero, but the internet continued to do well, continued to go forward, and continued to make a lot of people a lot of money. So the concept of NFTs are a great idea, the best idea I've ever seen, one of the best applications of Ethereum, of any network that's ever been done, right? Use cases, I should call them. But on the other hand, it's a lot of them going to go to zero, man. You just got to do your own due diligence and make sure you practice risk management and don't get caught holding the bag, because I promise you it's going to happen. So Bitcoin, right? So people ask me, why did I buy for Bitcoin today, right? So that's the last thing I want to talk about. Now, if we take a look at the Bitcoin chart, we had resistance at 38,000 and 40,000, right? So we hit that 40,000, and then it bounced back hard off of it. Now, I think the 40,000 was probably the true bottom. And I'm going to tell you why. I'll give you some reasons. Because I'll tell you one thing, it's one thing that really kind of like got me, right? So let's take a look at this super chat before I go on. So I remember I was getting those ads about Amazon coin. A few people got scammed. Yeah, Amazon coin. That's what I'm telling you. It's you got to be careful with crypto, because there's a lot of scammers going on. You got to be careful. Like I said, I hope you guys, if you enjoy what you're saying, if you've appreciated this live, show some support and do a few super chats down at the bottom of your screen. I'd really appreciate that. Like the content if you can't do that, and also subscribe to the channel. I'd really appreciate it if you guys could do that. So back to what I was saying, is that why did I purchase a full Bitcoin today? I put it on my Instagram. If you guys don't follow me on Instagram, I put it there. And everybody was asking me, why did I do it? Now, there's two reasons for that. One is, if you don't understand resistance, I want you to understand resistance and support areas when you're looking at a chart. So I got a chart reading class. You guys can click in my link in my bio, and you can take that class. But back to what I was saying, is that resistance means that there's a point where the sellers run out, right? So that means that there's a number, usually a hard number, like a round numbers are normally good support areas. So $40,000. So crypto was falling, Bitcoin was falling. It hit to 40 and it bounced back up, hit 40 again, bounced back up. That shows that there's a strong resistance there in the chart. And also around that same time, the Fed, which caused all this mess a few days ago, or a few weeks ago, or a week ago, they came back and said they're going to keep the interest rates low for an extended period of time. So now we're at the bottom. We bounced off the bottom a few times. And the Fed has came out clearly and said that they're going to keep, that's one of the reasons why Bitcoin fell. They said they're going to keep the interest rates low for a while. So those two things tell me that Bitcoin just hit its bottom, and it's going to continue. It's going to probably recover back to close to 50 here pretty soon, and then maybe past 50. Like I always said, is I think that we got a few more months left in this crypto bull market. I think that we got a few left. Maybe I'm wrong, but I think that we probably do. Um, yeah. So Jeff Sherman says, I remember when you bought a Bitcoin at 29K. Yeah, I bought it at that. That was a bottom too. I hit the bottom. I saw a bottom forming right there, and I bought one. 29. I think I paid like 29.5 for it, and that doubled quickly. But I still got that one. I didn't sell it though yet. Yeah, a lot of times you can make extremely good plays if you're calm and you have a little bit of knowledge behind you, right? That's it. There we go. So Tisha says, what should you do with your gains from XRP after the losses? Should you convert XRP to a stable coin? Now it's up to you. It's up to you. Whatever you want to do, right? You can. You always got to practice risk management. I'm telling you, like, this is my personal strategy, and I tell people they can take it if they want to. But if I get a coin or an investment or a stock or anything I got, and it goes up 3-4 times, I'm gonna take out my original investment, right? Then at that point, let's say I got $1,000 into XRP. It goes up 5 times. I got 5,000. Take out my $1,000. Let the other 4 keep riding up. At that point, I've removed all risk of my original income on my original investment. I will not lose a dollar in that because I got my original investment. The original investment is not taxed either. So the rest of the money is just left to ride, right? So I don't have to be scared no more. I got my money back, my original investment. So the rest is pure profit. No, even if it goes down 99%, it's still pure profit. If it goes up 10 times, it's pure profit. So that's one strategy that I always tell people early on is that if you make a big win like that, take out your original investment and you can let the rest go or do whatever you want with it, right? Because at that point, what the scariest thing is that a lot of people get greedy and they end up losing money on an investment they should have made a lot of money on. And it's sad that happens, but it happens often. Somebody will get into an investment, make 10 times their money, end up losing it all because they thought it was going to go up 20 times instead of 10 times. So they were waiting for it to go up 20 times. Then it gets to 20, wait for 30 times, end up losing their money. So I don't want to be like that. And I hope you guys don't want to end up like that either. Right? So we got any more super chats? I don't think so. So when to 100K for Bitcoin? I still think we can make it in this first quarter of this year. I still think we can. Not sure, but we'll see. Hopefully we can. I think that we still can. So I'm going to let you guys, we got about 10 minutes left. I'm going to let you guys ask any questions you want. Super chats will be given precedent, and they'll be given your priority. So if you do a super chat, like I said, if you've liked this content, please subscribe to the channel, and also just do a few super chats to support, and also like this content. So we got, what program app do you use for crypto taxes? Automatic Chainlink. I think Chainlink is a great crypto. The way that it links different cryptos together. And also program app I use for crypto tax. I got an accountant, so I just hand them the stuff. So what comes out, like if you use Coinbase or something like that, you get a form at the end of the year that shows your profits and losses. You just take that form of your accountant, or you just get the bottom line and put it into your own thing. Now, if you've been trading away from in wallets, it's going to be difficult. You got to get those wallets have to be like analyzed for profit and losses. It gets kind of difficult. But if you have Coinbase or anything like that, or Robinhood or whatever, you get a form at the end of the year that you can print off or you can save, and you can get the bottom line, the profit and loss from that, and put it in your stock, or take it to HR Block or whoever does your taxes. So somebody says that crypto's falling. Let's take a look. It's gonna be falling a little bit and people be panicking. It ain't falling, man. See there? It's at 42.6. It's going up actually. AMC stock, I don't know, man. GameStop actually went up a lot because of the connection with NFTs. So that's another thing. GameStop announced the other day that they were going to open up an NFT market, in store, out of store, I don't know. And what happened is that they did that, and the stock went up like 30-40% the next day. So I don't know what to think about that, but it was kind of cool, right? So we got another super chat. So a red Dow, we just gave a sticker. I appreciate your support, Okuma. Thank you for that, man. So like I said, if you want to show your support, get a few super chats. I really appreciate that. XRP and Uphold. There's another market that you can buy XRP. It's called Uphold. So like I said, if you want to get into the NFT class, learn more, text the word NFT to 888-709-2614. That gives you the meta class, NFT, and crypto course. So we got another. What do you think of Moderna? Let me see. What do you think of Moderna and biotech stock? They're probably gonna, long term, those stocks are probably gonna keep going up because of what's happening with the COVID stuff now. So yeah, I said, let me see. I think my thing's freezing again. Let me see. Something's going on today. Go ahead and refresh this. Give me a second. XRP on Qcoin? Yeah, or XRP 100 end of year. XRP 100 end of the year. I don't know if it can go that high. But I mean, I can see a lot of analysts have XRP pinned at or going through $27. So I appreciate this $20, man. So Robert Castellano, Decentraland, how high do you think Prague, DWAC, and Melly could go? Now, this is the thing about it is that I appreciate that super chat, man. Thanks for your support. But thing about these metaverse cryptos and stocks and stuff like that is that I think even this next year, even if crypto does start falling and enters a bear market, I think that these, because the metaverse is in an uptrend, right? So we got the overall crypto market maybe in a bear, but the metaverse is going up. So I think that even these cryptos that are related to the metaverse strongly have a lot of potential also. And they're going to keep going up, even if now Bitcoin and all this stuff dropping may slow them down. But I think they're going to still do well this year that's coming. So I'm really looking forward to seeing how these do, because I think they're going to do extremely well here. It's coming soon. I think there'll be good plays here. We got any more questions or super chats? Like I said, if you haven't subscribed to this channel, subscribe right now. And you can also like the content. We got 790 likes, but we got 800 people in there. So there's some likes missing. So if you haven't liked this already, like it, right? I'd really appreciate that. So appreciate P-Tang. I appreciate your super chat. Even though you didn't ask a question, but I appreciate your support. So now we got 802. Let's try to get 100 more likes. Who hasn't liked it yet? Let's try to get 100 more likes. Who hasn't liked this content? Who hasn't subscribed? Because I know some of y'all ain't subscribed yet. Need to subscribe, man. We got another super chat here. So, should I get rid of my Shiba since it's tanking and XRP and Bitcoin will be the top guys? I still think Shiba has a lot of potential. I can't tell you what to do. This is my personal opinion. But we just have to wait until, Shiba took heavy losses because of what happened with Bitcoin. So I think that as Bitcoin recovers, a lot of these smaller altcoins will also recover a lot stronger. So I'm holding mine. So I'm just telling you what I'm doing. So I'm going to hold mine. So I appreciate that. Like and subscribe. Ball Sky, have you heard about the Coinbase NFT? I haven't heard about that. I'm going to research it afterwards, though. So I don't know what the Coinbase NFT is. Yeah, I'm gonna start spending a lot more time on YouTube because Instagram is like throttling people or holding back their information for some reason. A lot of people, right? So I like this comment. So I'm gonna pin this. So he says XRP real world utility. Global banks are adopting and have plans to use XRP, and they're just waiting for lawsuit to settle. I agree with you 100%. When the lawsuit settles, regardless of what happens, even if they fine them and they're allowed to, as long as they're allowed to continue to do business, which I'm pretty sure they will be, it's going to make the crypto is going to explode, almost guaranteed, right? And that's my personal opinion. I can't tell you what to buy and sell. So, super chat: how to send crypto from eToro to a Ledger wallet, right? So, if you have a Ledger, when you start it up, it should, you have to do it with a key phrase or whatever. But once you do all of that, it should give you an address, or it also show up on your phone if you connect it or linked it to your phone. And then you just go to eToro and you do a withdrawal and you put your deposit address into eToro, and it should send it right over to the Ledger wallet. So you may have to do some security stuff or whatever with eToro to be able to do withdrawals, but if you can, you should be able to do it like that. So somebody says, keep the text alerts going. That's how I found this video. What she's talking about is if you text the word TALL, T-A-L-L, to 888-709-2614, you'll get anytime I go live, you'll get a text telling you when I'm going live. We got any more super chats? If you guys want to answer a question or show your support, hit that super chat button. I'd really appreciate it. Can XRP be bought on Robinhood? I don't believe it can right now. I think you can see it and view it, but you can't buy it. So we'll see. Widow's Nurse, I appreciate you. So we got something here in which XRP is centralized BS. I hope it keeps dumping to hell. See, I agree with you a little bit in that statement. Like, I really don't like, I've always said this, I don't like the concept of XRP, and it took me a while to actually invest in it. Like, I just wouldn't do it. And I remember, this is what made me invest in XRP, right? Is that I hate the concept of it, because I believe crypto should be completely decentralized with no owners, no third parties. But XRP is different. Ripple is different, the company that runs it. So, and then I caught myself as in my mentorship program I have. So if you guys want interested in the mentorship, you can text the word mentor to 888-709-2614. So, and you'll get a link to start up for that. So, like I said, it's doing this. I caught myself telling the people in my mentorship, telling people in my groups or whatever, that they need to free their minds and find opportunity, and don't let their biases and their emotions get involved in it. Then I realized that's what I was doing. I hate XRP, but I know it's going to go up. So I had to separate that thought out of my head and say, look, man, you may not like it, but obviously it's going to go up. You can't let an opportunity like this go. And finally, I came to terms with it, and I finally accepted it and invested in it, right? It took me a long time to get to that point, man. We got a comment here. It says, Talk that Tycoon, you're really helping people with the info you are sharing. XRP will change people's lives. Invest wisely and do not invest more than you can afford to lose. I like that comment. So we got 2 super chats. So what platform or application do you use to buy XRP right now? So they say Uphold and eToro are 2 platforms you can use to buy it. So we got another one. Super chat. Let's go, Brent. You almost got it. So keep it up, boss. I appreciate you. Thank you for that $5. You almost got me to say it, man. I was reading it. So got any more super chats down there? And no more. So like I said, I'd really appreciate it if you guys would drop a few super chats down there. We got another one. So vote INU on Coin MSC can be purchased on Uniswap. I guess he's just telling people where to do it at. So we got another one, Charlie Inc. Why is XRP buy button grayed out on eToro? It won't let me buy. Man, are you in New York? Sometime if you're in New York, I don't know. Where are you located, Charlie? Maybe if you're in New York, that's why. because you can't buy it in New York and some other state. I think I don't know. I think California or something. I don't really know, but it's like a couple of states where you can't buy it. Yeah. So got another super chat here. Let me see. I appreciate that super chat, Alton. Thank you for that. Yeah, you must be in New York. So New York, like I said. So we got another question. So respect your that you comment on my comment. Still, maybe don't be super bullish on XRP if you morally you don't agree as much. Like I said, man, is that I understand what you're saying, and I get what you're saying, man. But you like as an investor, you got to separate your biases from what you're investing in, right? Unless it's like they're not immoral, you know. That's the thing about it. It's like I just don't agree with it. Like you can see it as moral. I don't go that far. It's not immoral what they're doing. It's just bad. Like it's not like they're hurting people. Like it was a baby. Like if it was a company like grinding little kids up for like some that's immoral or murdering people, but they just don't agree. That is not